Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you the top 50 cloud computing interview questions and answers. My name is Lauren, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro fast. Let's get started. Looking to land a cloud computing job? Or are you preparing for an interview that could lead to a role in cloud computing? Then here's a list of the 50 top cloud computing interview questions and answers. These questions are used by companies to test your knowledge of cloud computing. They include beginner to advanced level questions for fresh and experienced IT professionals. Number 1. Briefly explain the different layers in cloud architecture. Cloud computing is more of a business model than technology. It is an innovative method of using well-known technologies to provide solutions. These technologies are the layers of cloud architecture. The combined use of all these layers enables cloud. The infrastructure layer, IaaS. This layer includes hardware and networks. The main distinguishing features between infrastructure as a service and server or hosting companies are scalability and virtualization. The platform layer, PaaS. This layer provides a platform for development and deployment of applications for developers. In combination with infrastructure as a service, PaaS provides the capacity to develop, test, run, and host applications. The application layer, SaaS. This layer consists of software systems provided as service. Software as a service provides end users directly with cloud applications without the need to install anything on their computer system. Number 2. Why is cloud computing the future? Over the past decade, cloud computing has tremendously changed the way businesses operate. A clear example is the area of storage and analytics. As technology continues to advance, there is a recurring need for agility. Every day, a huge amount of data is created. The cloud will enable society to manage growing volumes of data. Further, cloud is predicted to provide the digital infrastructure of tomorrow. Number 3. How important is platform as a service? PaaS. PaaS is a vital part of how enterprises launch cloud products and how consumers use these products. PaaS handles all your deployment processes while you focus on application development. Number 4. Can you tell me the resources that are provided through infrastructure as a service? IaaS, infrastructure as a service, delivers virtualized hardware that is used to build a cloud. The resources provided through IaaS include server space, bandwidth, network connectivity, and load balancers. The hardware resources provided by this service are powered by the combination of networks and servers stored across various data centers. Number 5. How does a user benefit from utility computing? Utility computing benefits users in the sense that they only have to pay for the services they use, and they do not have to bother about maintaining and administering the system. Number 6. Why is workload management important for an organization? A workload refers to an independent service, a specific application, or a capability that can be executed on a cloud resource. Organizations need to manage workloads so that they can know how their applications are running, what functions these workloads are performing, and how much each department should be charged based on the services they use. Number 7. What is the use of EUCALYPTUS in cloud computing? EUCALYPTUS, Elastic Utility Computing Architecture for linking your programs to useful systems, is an open-source software infrastructure used to implement clusters in cloud computing platforms. EUCALYPTUS is used to build private, public, and hybrid clouds. Number 8. In cloud computing, what is the difference between scalability and elasticity? Elasticity is a characteristic of cloud computing, which highlights the concept of matching the resources allocated with the actual amount of resources needed. Scalability handles increasing workload by adding resources to meet application demands. Number 9. Explain the role of APIs in cloud services. API is an abbreviation for Application Programming Interface, and it does the following. Allows end users to gain access to a cloud provider's service or application, eradicates the need to write fully fledged programs, and provides the instructions to establish communication between one or more applications. Number 10. What are the security aspects provided with cloud computing? To ensure user data is properly safeguarded, these are some of the security elements provided with cloud computing. Identity management. Authorizes the application service or hardware component utilized by users. Access control. Authorizes users to control access of other users who are entering into the cloud environment. Authentication and authorization. Gives access to only authorized users to access the data and applications. Number 11. What are systems integrators in cloud computing? Systems integrators build computing systems for their clients by combining software and hardware components taken from multiple vendors. In cloud computing, cloud integrators perform the role of system integrators. System integrators have the required knowledge needed to create a data center. Hence, they build more accurate private and hybrid cloud networks. Number 12. Briefly explain the difference between cloud computing and mobile computing. Cloud computing and mobile computing are slightly similar concepts. Cloud computing relates to the design of new technologies and services that enables data to be sent over distributed networks to a remote, secure location. This remote location is maintained by a vendor. In mobile computing, applications run on the remote server and give users access for storage and management. The major difference is that mobile computing is mainly a consumer-facing service, while cloud computing services are aimed at companies and businesses. Number 13. Can you tell me some benefits of cloud computing in relation to security? Some of the security benefits of cloud computing include protection against DDoS. Cloud services have entire teams dedicated and trained in cybersecurity. Hence, they are well protected against DDoS attacks. Data security. Cloud services ensure all data are encrypted and provide their employees with sophisticated tools for sharing data and mobile computing. Patches and updates. Cloud computing vendors regularly install patches for their clients without any need for downtime, reducing the risk of potential attacks while also saving time. Number 14. Explain how you would secure data for transport in the cloud. The first thing to do is to ensure there is no data leak. Data leak may occur due to an error in key exchange or an error in encryption. Secondly, a VPN, virtual private network, should be used in the public network access for transportation of cloud data. Lastly, a firewall should be used as a barrier between the public network and private network. Number 15. List some open source cloud computing platform databases. Some examples of open source cloud computing platform databases include Mongo Database, Schema-free and document-oriented database, Lucid Database, made in Java and C++, and provides features and functionalities to maintain data warehouses. Couch Database, based on Apache Server and used to effectively store data. Number 16. Define the terms public, static, and void class. Public. This is the access specifier that specifies who can access a particular method. Static. Here, the object is not required to access static members. Void. Defines a method that doesn't return any value. Number 17. Can you tell me 3 basic types of cloud in cloud computing? The necessary functioning clouds in cloud computing are personal cloud, professional cloud, and performance cloud. Number 18. What is CaaS? CaaS means Communication as a Service. CaaS is part of Software as a Service, SaaS, in which vendors offer software products and services over the internet. CaaS involves maintenance of server and connections, doing administrative work involved in keeping a communication platform functional, and uploading content on behalf of the client. Number 19. What are the major building blocks in cloud architecture? Reference architecture, technical architecture, and deployment operation architecture. Number 20. What are some essential things to consider before choosing a cloud computing program? Some important factors to be considered before choosing a cloud platform include security, flexibility and ease of access, data storage, data integrity, pricing structure, compliance, business continuity, and tech support. Number 21. What is a hypervisor? A hypervisor is software used to divide and allocate the resources on various pieces of hardware. It is also known as a virtual machine manager, or VMM. By sharing its resources such as memory and processing, the hypervisor allows a host computer to support multiple guest VMs. Number 22. What addresses issues such as errors and bugs in existing software? A hotfix. Number 23. What are the different modes of software as a service? SaaS. Simple multi-tenancy. In this case, every user has their own resources, which are independent and different from other users. Resources are not shared with the other users. Fine-grained multi-tenancy. In this case, resources can be shared by many users, but the functionality is the same, though data and permission within an application are not shared. Number 24. Can you tell me some top characteristics of cloud computing? Some top characteristics of cloud computing include economical, resource pooling, security, on-demand self-service, easy maintenance, scalability and rapid elasticity, large network access, measured service, automation, and resiliency and availability. Number 25. What are two different types of data centers deployed for cloud computing? Containerized data centers and low-density data centers. Number 26. What is a VPN? A VPN, virtual private network, is network infrastructure that provides globally accessible VPN access to end users over the public internet via a cloud platform. With a VPN, a public network can be made private. Number 27. What security laws are used for securing data in the cloud? The security laws which are implemented to secure data stored in the cloud are A. Processing. Refers to the control of the data that is being processed completely and correctly within an application. B. File. It controls data being placed or manipulated in any file. C. Output reconciliation. It controls information that must be reconciled from input to output. D. Input validation. Controls the input data given to any system. E. Security and backup. It controls security breaches and handles issues that may have occurred when creating backups. Number 28. List the leading cloud providers and their databases. Google, Bigtable, Amazon, SimpleDB, and cloud-based SQL. Number 29. What does ADC mean? Application Delivery Controller, ADC, is a network component that provides security and access to enterprise application servers. In cloud computing, software ADCs execute the tasks that were usually executed by custom-built hardware. They direct the flow of data between two entities. Number 30. List different models of deployment in cloud computing. Hybrid cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and private cloud. Number 31. List the layers that are used to define cloud architecture. The layers that are used for defining cloud architecture are Cloud Controller, Storage Controller, Node Controller, Walrus, and Cluster Controller. Number 32. Can you tell me the different data types used in cloud computing? Some of the data types used in cloud computing are text, decimal, emails, Boolean, blogs, date, images, and contracts. Since the amount of data is ever increasing, cloud computing needs new data types to store them. Number 33. What platforms are used for large-scale cloud computing? MapReduce and Apache. Number 34. In cloud architecture, what are the different phases involved? The different phases involved in cloud architecture are launch phase, shutdown phase, monitor phase, and cleanup phase. Number 35. Briefly explain hybrid and community cloud. Hybrid cloud is a cloud computing environment consisting of multiple service providers, both public and private, with orchestration between these platforms. This approach is the best way to get the best of both private and public cloud models. Community cloud is a hybrid form of private cloud built for and targeted towards enterprises with common goals. These enterprises have similar cloud needs and are ready to share the cloud for mutual benefit. Number 36. What are the features of cloud architecture that differentiate it from traditional hosting? Some of the features of cloud architecture that make it superior to traditional hosting are server hardware is provided and maintained by the service provider. Users can pay for services as they use it, and cloud architecture can manage workloads seamlessly. Number 37. Explain how fault tolerance works in MapReduce. Frequently, during a MapReduce job, each worker is pinged periodically, usually 10 minutes at default, by the master. In a situation where the master does not receive any response from a worker for a specified period, the system is marked as failed. In this case, the master needs to reschedule all pending and completed tasks to a different worker because the output was stored in a local disk belonging to the failed worker. As such, the intermediate data may not be available anymore. Number 38. What is measured service in cloud computing? Measured service is a structure that allows cloud systems to control users' use of resources by maximizing metering capability in the system. Number 39. What are the business benefits provided by cloud architecture? The major business benefits of cloud architecture are significant cost reduction, agility as a result of automation, and enabled mobility. Number 40. What components are required in cloud architecture? The components required in cloud architecture are cloud storage services, cloud ingress, cloud-provided services, processor speed, and intra-cloud communications. Number 41. Briefly explain the difference between hybrid cloud and hybrid IT. Hybrid cloud computing blends private and public cloud to achieve optimal performance, security, and cost. Hybrid IT combines public, private, and hybrid clouds with in-house data centers in order to deliver a safe and secure IT model and better value for money. Number 42. What is the difference between hybrid cloud and multi-cloud? Their difference depends on the type of cloud infrastructure they include. Multi-cloud refers to the combination of public clouds, while hybrid cloud integrates public cloud with a private cloud or on-premise infrastructure. Number 43. Define the term distributed cloud. Distributed cloud is the distribution of public cloud infrastructure to various physical locations, while these deployments are still managed by the public cloud provider from a single control plane. Number 44. What is edge computing and how does it relate to the cloud? Edge computing is a form of cloud computing. However, while traditional cloud computing architectures compute and store data in data centers, edge computing moves data processing power to the edge devices to handle. Number 45. What is multi-cloud? Multi-cloud is a cloud approach that consists of multiple cloud services from multiple cloud vendors. Multi-cloud combines more than one public or private cloud service, but not both. Number 46. In implementing cloud, what are the requirements of virtualization platforms? In implementing cloud, virtualization platforms are required to manage cloud operating systems, oversee service-level policies, and help separate the user-level and back-end level concepts. Number 47. Explain the role of Performance Cloud in cloud computing. Performance Cloud is efficient in moving large amounts of data instantly. It is mostly employed by professionals when working on high-performance computing research. Number 48. What services does Software as a Service provide? Software as a Service providers deliver applications as a service over the internet. Number 49. What differentiates traditional data centers from the cloud? Essentially, cloud is a remote form of a data center. In cloud computing, the server hardware is managed and maintained by service providers. Thus, it is not visible or close to the user. Number 50. What are the services provided by Microsoft Azure? The three core services provided by Microsoft Azure are compute, management, and storage. Check out the video on the right for more content to help you develop your IT career.